Okay, now let us have this example to show, let us show that if the series is convergent, then the limit of the sequence an is equal to 0. This is based, or we are going to use the theorem that was previously discussed in the video. So, we have the limit of an, okay, as n approaches positive infinity, that will be equal to the limit of 1 over n times n plus 1. And then, to get the limit, so we have, we will multiply n to both, we will multiply 1n to the denominator and to the numerator. So we have 1 over n, and then here we have n over n, n over n, and 1 over n. And then this one is equal to 0, right? And then this one is 1, this one is 1, and this one is 0, which will give us 0 over 1. But this one is equal to 0. So there we have it now. The limit of an as n approaches to positive infinity is equal to 0. So indeed, that if the series converges, then the limit of the sequence is equal to 0. Okay, now be careful not to misuse this theorem. It doesn't mean that if the limit of an is equal to 0, it doesn't mean na yung series ay convergent. Okay? It doesn't mean that it is automatically will give us a convergent series. Okay? Again, the theorem only shows that if the series is convergent, then, okay, if the series is convergent, okay, then automatically the limit of the sequence is 0. Ito yun. Pero dito hindi, it's not always like that. Okay? If the limit of the sequence is 0, will not automatically give us a convergent series. Okay, let me give you an example. So let's say we have this one. So let's say a summation of 1 over n. Okay, so if we're going to get the limit, so, an now here is 1 over n. Okay, from this one, so we can see that an is equal to 1 over n. So let us get the limit of an. So the limit of 1 over n is 0. Okay, the limit of 1 over n is 0 because as we substitute high values of n here, of course, habang nag-i-increase yung n dyan, so yung value naman ng 1 over n is papunta sa 0. Okay? Kumbaga, they're converging, okay? They're converging to the value of 0. Okay? So let's say, for example, 1/4. This is just an example. Let's say 100, 1 over 1,000. So again, if we're going to get, if we're going to convert this one into decimal points, so lahat ng value nila is approaching to 0. Okay, approaching to 0. Okay. So now, so yung limit ngayon is 0. So would it mean that the series is convergent? Okay, let's see. So if we're going to get the summation of 1 over n, it will be this one. Okay, actually this is not the summation, but this is already the sequence. Okay, the sequence of the partial sums. Okay, so ito yung sequence of the partial sums. So, tingnan ninyo. Habang kinukuha natin yung sum ng sequence nito, tingnan nyo yung value. Okay, from 1, then 3, 2, then 11 over 6, then 25 over 12. Nag-i-increase. Okay, nag-i-increase. Again, habang kinukuha natin yung partial sum ng 1 over n, ang value ng sum ay nag-i-increase. So, ibig sabihin, yung value nila is hindi papunta sa iisang number lang or sa isang value. Instead, nag-i-increase. Nag-i-increase siya. So, unpredictable kung ano. The only thing that we can predict is that it's increasing. But we cannot see, or we can, there is no specific number or value na doon papunta yung direction ng mga values nila. Okay? Or ng sum. So, with that, it means that the series is a divergent series. Divergent series. Kaya, hindi natin masasabi na kapag yung limit ng sequence is equal to 0 ay automatically convergent series. Mayroon tayong convergent series. Okay? So, ito na yung example na hindi lahat ng limit equal to 0 is convergent. Will give us a convergent series. Okay? Some of it will give us a divergent series.